Amara stood in front of the mirror in her luxurious penthouse apartment, the glow of city lights dancing across the glass walls behind her. Everything about her life looked perfect: her style, her confidence, her freedom. But beneath that confidence was something quieter, a stubborn refusal to listen. Her phone buzzed on the marble table. She glanced at it briefly, then looked away. It was her mother. Amara sighed, ignoring the message. To her, it was just another warning, another reminder she didn't want to hear. She believed she understood the world well enough on her own. Moments later, laughter filled the room as her best friend Tenny burst in, pulling her back into the excitement of youth, fun, and reckless freedom. And just like that, Amara stepped out into a life that felt thrilling, but unguarded. On campus, everything moved fast. Music, laughter,
Girl, you're still here?
friendships,
The party is
attention.
about to start.
It was the kind
Relax,
of life
I'm
Amara
coming.
had
Let's
always
go enjoy
wanted.
life for once.
That's where she met Jaden. He was charming, confident, and effortlessly smooth. The kind of person who made everything feel exciting and easy. Being around him felt like stepping into a different world, one without rules, without caution. Tenny noticed it almost immediately. While Amara laughed and leaned closer to Jaden, Tenny stood back, watching quietly, her smile fading into concern. There was something about him she didn't trust, but Amara didn't want to hear it. To Amara, this was freedom. This was living, and she wasn't going to let anyone ruin it. But excitement has a way of fading, and truth has a way of showing up uninvited. One quiet night, the same penthouse that once felt alive now felt painfully silent. Amara sat alone, her phone lighting up her face in the darkness. Then she saw it. A picture. Jaden, with someone else. Her heart sank instantly. The laughter, the attention, the moments she thought were special, they suddenly felt meaningless, replaceable. The room felt colder. For the first time, the
I can't
silence
believe
wasn't
this is
peaceful.
happening.
It was
Why
heavy.
would you do this to
Her
me?
chest tightened as her
I
mother's
thought we had
words
something
echoed in her
real.
mind. Warnings
Please,
she
just
ignored.
talk to me.
Love she dismissed. Tears rolled down her cheeks as reality settled in. She wasn't as in control as she thought. And now, she felt completely alone. That night, something inside her broke, but something else awakened. With trembling hands, Amara picked up her phone again. This time, she didn't ignore it. She called home. The moment her mother's voice came through, calm and familiar, Amara couldn't hold it in anymore. The strength she had been pretending to have disappeared, replaced by vulnerability she could no longer hide. She didn't need to explain everything. Her silence, her tears, they said enough. And her mother understood. There was no anger, no, "I told you so." Just love. Steady, patient, unshaken. And then, the words Amara didn't realize she needed the most. Come home. Days later, Amara stood at the gate of her family house, the same place she once felt too grown to stay. Now, it felt like the only place that made sense. She looked different, not just in appearance but in spirit, softer, humbled, real. As the door opened and her mother stepped out, time seemed to pause. No words were needed. Amara ran into her arms, holding on to her like she never wanted to let go. And in that moment, everything she had been searching for, peace, comfort, belonging, was right there. Home had never rejected her. It had only been waiting. Time passed. Amara didn't lose herself. She found herself. She was still confident, still strong, still stylish. But now she carried something deeper: wisdom. She learned that freedom isn't about doing whatever you want. It's about understanding what truly matters. And sometimes, the voices we ignore the most are the ones trying to protect us the most. As she sat quietly one afternoon, her phone buzzed again. This time she didn't hesitate. She picked it
It
up
says I'm proud of
and
you from
smiled.
Mom.
Because
Look at you, Miss
now,
Responsible.
she was finally
Yeah, I found my way
listening.
back. I'm proud of you too, Mom.
Yeah.
I'm listening.